opportunity to gather here tonight to recognize our seniors and the awards that they are going to receive. Let's bow our heads and we'll ask the Lord to bless this evening. Heavenly Father, again, we're thankful for the opportunity to gather together here this evening to celebrate the achievements of the seniors that we have the privilege of serving here at Luther High School. Indeed, they have been blessed with many talents, both academically, through the fine arts, and athletically. Be with us here tonight as we have an opportunity to say thank you. In your name we pray. Amen. We're going to turn it over to Mark Larish, our guidance director, as he takes us through the evening.
All right, thanks, Mr. Punzel. All right, so everyone in your programs, I won't read everything that's in the program. Maybe a lot of, as we're going through, you can kind of scan the description. I'll sometimes read a short version of it and maybe add a few other little things. So we'll get it going here first with scholarships awarded by others. So this list of scholarships you see on the first couple pages right there, those were all given to me in a Google form by the students by May 3rd. They had to submit their final college plans and any outside scholarships that they got that I wouldn't necessarily know about. And so that's what this list is of. There's probably some more out there. I know there's for sure one more out there, but that's what they told me as of May 3rd. And that is quite the list there. I added it up. It was like $867,000 in real money or off of tuition. And that's right up there with some of the highest amounts that we've had. All right, so this first group, there's 26 students in this first group. I'm going to have you come up in halves. All right, so all of you in this first group, just come up here and stand across the stage, and that would be Luke Schmeling, Ethan Prowley, Caleb Peak, Chance Ernst, Lauren Larson. Come on, get up, come on out. Lauren Larson, Noah Radloff, Noel Yu, Kelly Martozzi, Brooke Gartner, Sophie Botcher, Miriam Larson, Owen Budine, and Hannah Motsky. That'll be like the first half. And for now, you can line up any old way, and I'll go down the list. Just evenly spaced across would be good. Thought this would be about a good number. All right. All right, so all this money that I'm going to announce here, it's some of those you maybe got a check from one of these places. A lot of them will just be like off of your tuition, which you probably have figured out already. So for this first group, we'll do this this way. I'll ask you to step forward and take one big step forward. And then when you do that, I'll read the scholarship that you're getting. And then at the end, I'll say your school that you're going to go to and your major, and then you can step back. If there's something to give you, actually the first two I have to give. After that, I have nothing else to give you, all right? So, big step forward, everyone, so people can see who it is. All right, so here we go. These scholarships given by colleges, universities, businesses, community organizations, and right to the student or the college. All right, so the first one, Luke Schmeling. Excellent. All right, so the scholarship that Luke is getting, he knew about, I knew about, and it's given by the state of Wisconsin. The state of Wisconsin called the Wisconsin Academic Excellence Scholarship at $9,000 or $2,250 a year off of his tuition. The stipulation was living in Wisconsin and attending a Wisconsin school, and then number one in the class by GPA. And so the school doesn't have to do anything with that. We just have to look at the number, and then he gets that off of his tuition. And Luke is going to UW-Madison for biomedical engineering. And now we'll clap. All right, the next one is similar to that in that it's given by the state of Wisconsin. That's going to be Ethan Prawley, called the Wisconsin Technical Education Scholarship. This one is only about 5 years old, given by the state, and it's for a student that lives in Wisconsin, going to a Wisconsin school for a technical education program. And Ethan qualified nicely for this one, and you can see there of the $4,500 award over 2 years. And way back in September already, he said, I'm going to Western, I'm going to go mechanical design and technology, knew like exactly what it was called, what he would do. And he didn't waver on that all year, and I had to have this in by like the first week of March. I met with Ethan, hey, you still on this? Oh yeah. Applied and accepted? Oh yeah. All right, you're in. All right, Ethan, you're going to get $2,250 a year off of your tuition at Western because of that. Mechanical design and technology at Western. All right, Caleb Peak. Caleb has a bunch of them here. Bethany Lutheran College Presidential Scholarship for $52,000. Bethany Lutheran College Christian High School Waiver Scholarship for $8,000. Bethany Lutheran College Music Lesson Scholarship for $2,800. Bethany Lutheran College Regent Grant for $2,800. And the Bethany Lutheran College Alumni Scholarship for $1,000. And Caleb is going to major in psychology. I have nothing else to hand out. Nothing else to hand out the rest of this session. All right, next, Chance Ernst. Chance is going to receive the Riverland Energy at-Large Scholarship for $1,000. And I don't remember about this one, Chance. One of my kids won this one, but you had to go to Arcadia in March on a Saturday and go to their annual meeting and then get picked randomly for the scholarship after you fill out an application, right? And you got picked. Yes, it made sense to get up on that Saturday morning in March and go there, and you made $1,000 off of that. And Chance also will receive the Cochrane Co-op Telephone Scholarship for $500. And Chance is going to go to the University of Minnesota Southeast in Winona for Biomedical Equipment Tech. Lauren Larson. Lauren has a bunch of Viterbo Scholarship, the Dean Scholarship for $60,000, the Viterbo University S. Celestine Alumni Scholarship for $5,200, the Viterbo Alumni Scholarship for $4,000, and the Viterbo University Smith Nightingale Scholarship for $2,000. And Lauren is going to Viterbo for nursing. Noah Radloff is not here, it looks like. All right, Noah has the next two Bethany scholarships there. He's going for aeronautical engineering. And then Noel Yu. And Noel is receiving the Taylor University Dean Scholarship for $72,000, the Taylor University Christian Leadership and Service Scholarship for $2,000, and the Taylor University Corey ten Boom Cultural Diversity Scholarship for $1,000. And the Taylor University Provost Scholarship for $10,000. And Taylor University and she is going to go for professional writing. Callie Martozzi. And Callie will receive the UW Eau Claire Honors Scholarship for $4,000. And Callie is going to major in English. Brooke Gartner. Brooke will receive the Wisconsin Association of Housing Authorities Scholarship for $2,000. Brooke is going to go to UW La Crosse and major in race, gender, and sexuality studies. Sophie Botcher. Sophie will get the UW Oshkosh Residence Life Access to Excellence Scholarship for $4,000 and the UW Oshkosh Titans Promise Incoming Freshman Scholarship for $2,000. Sophie's triple major will be history, secondary education, and elementary education. Miriam Larson. Miriam going to Bethany and getting the Bethany Lutheran College Luther Scholarship for $48,000, the Bethany Lutheran College Christian High School Waiver Scholarship for $8,000, and the Bethany Lutheran College Regent Grant for $8,800. And Miriam's major is going to be psychology. Owen Boudin. Owen is going to UW Eau Claire, where he'll get the Chancellor's Scholarship for $8,000 and a Badger Boy State Scholarship for $1,000. And Owen will major in music. Hannah Motzke. And Hannah will receive the Lewiston Fire Department Scholarship for $500. And Hannah is going to University of Minnesota Duluth and major in psychology. Okay, that hopefully is all of you that I had up in the first round, so you guys can have a seat. And now the next group, you can come up as they're coming down. That would be Maren Schibelhut, Catherine Bremer, Ali Rogny, Emma Larson, Ethan Hackbarth, Jacob Bruns, Gretchen Baldner, Bryden Hunt, Maddie Olson, Emily Grunholz, Addison Hackbarth, Aaron Bateman, and London Stuvey. All right, you guys, same way, nothing to hand out to any of you. So I'll take that nice step forward. All right, and here we go, Maren Schibelhut. Wisconsin Lutheran College Partner to Learn Leadership Scholarship for $2,500, WLC Presidential Scholarship for $72,000, WLC Partners in Christian Education Scholarship for $8,000, WLC Visit Scholarship for $500, and the Onalaska Area Business Association Scholarship for $1,000. And Maren is going to major in psychology. Catherine Bremer. Kate is going to UW Platteville, and she will receive the Academic Merit Scholarship for $6,000, and a major still to be decided. Alyssa Rogny. Alyssa is going to Martin Luther College, where she will receive the Ambassador Scholarship for $10,000, and Allie will major in elementary education. Emma Larson. Emma's going to Viterbo and will get the Viterbo University Dean Scholarship for $52,000 and the Viterbo University Alumni Scholarship for $4,000. And Emma is going to major in pre-physical therapy. Ethan Hackbarth. Ethan's going to Bethany and will get the Bethany Lutheran College Presidential Scholarship for $52,000 and the Bethany Lutheran College Christian High School Waiver Scholarship for $8,000. And his major will be Media Arts. Jacob Bruns. Jacob is going to South Dakota State University, where he will get the Yellow and Blue Scholarship for $16,000, the South Dakota State University Music Scholarship for $4,800, and Jacob is going to major in electrical engineering. Gretchen Baldner. Gretchen is going to Butler University, where she will get what's called the University Scholarship for $92,000. And Gretchen's major is going to be dance performance and multilingual studies. Bryden Hunt. Bryden is going to Platteville and will get the Platteville Merit Scholarship for $4,000, and he is going to major in engineering and physics. Madeline Olson. Maddie is going to WLC and will get the Presidential Scholarship for $72,000, the WLC Partners in Christian Education Scholarship for $8,000, the Visit Scholarship for $500, and the General Endowed Scholarship for $2,000, and the WLC Regents Grant for $3,550. And Maddie's major is undecided. Emily Grunholz. Emily Grunholz is going to Martin Luther College, and she will get the Messenger Scholarship for $12,000, and she will major in elementary education. Addison Hackbarth. Addison is going to Minnesota State University Mankato, where she will get the Maverick Scholarship Award for $1,500, and her major will be Family Consumer Science. Erin Bateman. Erin is going to Viterbo, and she will get the Dean Scholarship for $60,000 and the Viterbo University Smith Nightingale Scholarship for $2,000, and Erin is going to major in nursing. And London Stuvey? Nope, couldn't make it. All right, London is going to Bethany and majoring in computer science. All right, that concludes this part. You guys can have a seat. And Mr. Adix and Mr. Bowers are up for the music awards.
Good evening. We'll start tonight with the Music Awards with the Handbell Leadership Award. This award is given to a graduating senior who has distinguished herself by displaying leadership and excellence within the Luther High School Handbell Choir. Qualifications is that they be a senior, they've demonstrated leadership in their section, they have demonstrated outstanding technique. Candidates must have been faithful in attendance at performance and rehearsals, and also shown an appreciation for the special gift God has given them by willingly using their talent in His service. This year's candidate I also thank for all of her help in a wide variety of ways, from setting up, tearing down, organizing things, and just being faithful all the time being there. So this year's winner is Alyssa Rogny. Come on down. Next, we have the John Philip Sousa Award. For 48 years, thousands of high schools have honored their top band students with the John Philip Sousa Award. The pinnacle of achievement in a high school band program, the Sousa Award recognizes outstanding dedication and superior musicianship, qualities that all directors seek to instill in students. Candidates must have distinguished themselves by outstanding dedication to the program, by public performances as a soloist as well as a member of a small ensemble, faithful in attendance at performances and rehearsals, and also again showing the appreciation for the special gift God has given them by willingly using their talent in His service. Congratulations to this year's winner, Owen Boudin. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is given to a graduating senior who has distinguished himself as a jazz ensemble leader and performer. They've also performed solo by improvisation and, again, shown the appreciation for the special gift God has given them by willingly using that talent in His service. Congratulations to this year's winner, Cole Bryant.
Next up is the Choral All-Star Award. The award is given to graduating seniors who have distinguished themselves by displaying vocal leadership and excellence within Luther High School's vocal ensembles. The recipient should be a graduating senior who has distinguished themselves by outstanding vocal contributions. They are chosen by the concert choir director and the music department staff. They are these two recipients are a phenomenal example. For 4 years, they've been faithful leaders. They have worked hard. They've been fantastic in and out of rehearsals. They've been people I could count on. This year's Choral All-Star Award winners are Lauren Larson and Owen Boudin. Congratulations. This year we have the privilege of handing out a special award that we don't often get to do. It is the Exemplary Soloist Award, and what makes that special is that every year we send many, many students to the district festival. Some earn the privilege of going on to the state music festival. And out of that, every judge, as they go through 40 or 50 students every day in performances and ensembles, they choose what they believe to be the best example of what a soloist should be. This year we want to just take a moment and recognize Jacob Bruns as recipient of the Outstanding Soloist Award. Congratulations, Jacob. Jacob is receiving that for an outstanding performance on piano. Congratulations, Jacob. We are privileged to also, as a music department, select and award the Saida Berg Scholarship. This year I had the privilege of sitting at a graduation party with Mrs. Natalie Sayak, who helps us out with study hall, and somehow our conversation turned to Saida Berg. She knew Saida as a student here at Luther High School many years ago. Saida was a very, very gifted piano player, and she had a deep love for music, and her Lord called her home unexpectedly right around Christmas of her senior year. It was quite a shock. But her memory lives on through this scholarship, and the idea behind the scholarship is that it's students must be dedicated to musical growth while at Luther High School. They have a desire to continue on in music education, especially in the service of church, and need may also be a part of that. Our music department has always tried to recognize two of our more outstanding instrumental and vocalists when it comes to the Saida Berg Award, and this year it's my privilege to award two $200 scholarships to Jacob Bruns and Jack Hahn. Congratulations. We're also blessed to give one more scholarship out, the Edwin and Elvina Hansen Scholarship. And candidates for that, as I can find it, there it is. This award recognizes a student who has demonstrated exceptional dedication and service within the music department. Consideration is also given for financial need. A scholarship check is awarded to the recipient, and it is distributed at the discretion of the music department faculty. When I hear the word service, several students leap to mind, but this year's recipient has been an outstanding leader in both the band and the choir, has been a phenomenal contributor. This year's recipient of the Edwin and Elvina Hansen Scholarship is Owen Boudin. Congratulations. And now to our final awards, the Musical Night Award. A word about the musical night. Students at Luther High School are encouraged to be in as many things as possible, and yet it's often challenging for students to be in many different things. When students get to their senior year, they're busy in sports, they're busy in student government, musical ensembles, academics, all kinds of different things. So the music department has always encouraged students to be in more than one ensemble. So the recipient should be a graduating senior who's displayed exceptional musicianship and dedication within the music department. They may be awarded to more than one person in a given year. They may not be awarded if no suitable candidate is found, and it is decided by the Luther High School music staff in conference. Students who are to be qualified must have earned a first at the state level of the WSMA Solo and Ensemble Festival. They must have demonstrated faithfulness by continued service and performance in Luther High School's performing organizations throughout their years at Luther High School, especially during their senior year. We have two outstanding individuals this year who have been nominated and will be receiving our highest award, the Musical Night. Please join me in congratulating Jacob Bruns and Owen Boudin. Congratulations. We will now continue with Mr. Larish and the LHS Foundation and Friends Scholarships. Thank you.
All right, the Foundation and Friends Scholarships. All right, so kind of two categories here. First, for the foundation part, the Luther High School Foundation was established in 1989 as a nonprofit corporation with the goal to manage invested money to ensure the long-term financial stability of Luther High School through third source funding, as well as to provide tuition assistance and these post-high school scholarships for our students. And the funding for the foundation scholarships comes from interest generated by foundation investments. So Mrs. Rick, the financial advisor, every year in February, she gives me a list. This is how much interest all these funds made. This is what you can give out this year. And so even with a little down time in the stock market the last year, still generated some good interest to provide for these scholarships. The other part, called the Friends Scholarships, comes directly from an annual gift from a friend of Luther High School on a specific scholarship established by the donor. So probably again, February, March, April, May, checks start to roll in. Here's 3,000, here's 500, here's 1,000, and those come in. This is for this blank scholarship every year that the donors have established. All right, so the Friends part. So both of these, the foundation and the Friends, these have grown every year by a couple. I'd like to get more. As we go through this, if you have an interest in saying, hey, I'd like to start some type of a scholarship in memory of someone or something, talk to me and talk to Mr. Bias. He would love to talk to you about generating some more scholarship money, certainly. And there's, for instance, not many go away, but one I'd really like to get going again, if anyone's interested in teaming up with me, is the attendance scholarship. We had that for about 3 years in a row, and it was given to the senior that had the best attendance over the 4 years. Now, it kind of went away after COVID. Didn't know how should we award that with all the attendance issues. However, I'd like to get that thing going again, and so that's a personal favorite of mine. So anything else you can think of, we'd love to start one. All right, so for these scholarships, here we have 20 different scholarships coming up, 30 different kids. And for these scholarships, Foundations and Friends, and actually the rest of them tonight, the students had to submit a Google form to me back on March 22nd. Google form that even freshmen were told to start this year, and walk them through, freshmen, sophomores, juniors. And that Google form they needed to list their post-high school plans and all kinds of extracurricular activities and volunteer work that they've done all through high school. So if they submitted that by March 22nd, then they were eligible for these awards. A few people decided not to, but that's okay, they didn't have to. They just wouldn't be eligible for these awards as the preparation starts right after that, at that time. All right, so students getting these scholarships. Now, most of you don't know about these, and there's a bunch of differences when you get your checks tonight. All right, some of these checks you can take right back to your seat, and you can take out your phone and mobile deposit them if you want. All right, they're made out to you. You can sign them. You can get them into your bank account tonight if you want. All right, and some of them are like that. Many of them are made out to you and the school you're attending. So take it home, you sign it, and then you'll have to send it on to your school, and then they'll sign it, and it'll be deposited for your tuition for next year. Some of them, I have the check in my office. There's 2 of them in my office. I have 2 checks. You will get those after you send the donors a thank you card. Then you'll get those, and then I'll mail them out to you. All right? And that's a really good one because there's also a Western scholarship that works that way. And so that's what they're saying, hey, if you really want the money and be thankful for it, at least send a thank you card to the donors. And there's another option, students. Many of the scholarships will be awarded after you complete your first semester of college. Then, like next January, you send me your schedule for second semester that shows that you're enrolled in whatever college, and then I tell Mrs. Rick, and then she makes out the check and it gets mailed to you, all right? So, but I don't send out reminders for those, all right, at Christmas time or anything. I don't do that. So if you want that $1,000, you have to remember to send me a picture of your schedule or email me your schedule, all right? And so whatever you're taking notes on that or keeping that, make sure that you do that. Every year there's some money that goes unused. All right, not much, but don't be the one that loses out on like $1,000, for instance. Okay, so those are the big deal. All that stuff is in your envelope that you're getting, so save that in a good place, students. All right, so foundation and friends coming up. A big list. The first ones are ministry scholarships, 9 of them. And we have 2 students going to MLC this year that will get these 9 scholarships. So we're going to call up Alyssa Rogny and Emily Grunholz first by yourself, and then we're going to go through those, and then you guys can have a seat, and then we'll do the rest. All right, so come on up, Emily and Alyssa. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to read them all through. The audience will still clap after each one, and then I won't give you your envelopes until we're all done. I have just a list for a stack for each of you right here. That's how we'll do that one. All right? Okay, so first one, the Brendel Family Scholarship for $1,000, and this Brendel Scholarship is funded by 3 people every year, 3 members, children of Bud and Lily, in your description right there, contribute $300 every year, and then the foundation also has some money which generates at least another $100 to make $1,000. And the winner of that one is Alyssa Rogny. And one step forward so I remember. All right. All right, next one, the Dr. James Robbie Memorial Scholarships. There's 2 awards this year at $950 each. All right, wonder who's going to get that. All right, and the Robbies made it easy for the faculty to select these, and it's even easier when there's only 2. They made it easy by having it go to the top 2 students by class rank going to MLC. All right, Emily Grunholz, Alyssa Rogny. Next, the Armin, Ann, Gerald, and James Hune Scholarship for $1,000. So this Armin and Ann, they came to the area. I have notes that said 1932 that Armin stepped off a train in West Salem and started to teach at Christ West Salem. And then Ann became a nurse, and then their students all went to Luther High School, graduated in the 60s, and they wanted to have a scholarship in remembrance of them. And that scholarship this year goes to Emily Grunholz. The David and Bernice Lair Memorial Scholarship for $800. And this one set by Steve and Cheryl Lair and Judy Peterson for their parents. And the little connection on this, last year, Jada Wall, that would be her grandparents, or her great-grandparents would be David and Bernice, and next year, incoming freshman Ava Lair, that would be her great-grandparents as well. And this year, the winner of that goes to Emily Grunholz. The Henkel Ministerial Training Scholarship for $1,000. So Greg and Nancy Henkel really valued Christian education a lot. 4 kids went through Luther, and they're from the Viroqua area, and they sent all 4 kids, and they have been doing the scholarship for a long time, and now they even moved to Montana, and they said they want to still continue this, so they send in $3,000 every year, and $1,000 of it is for this ministerial scholarship, and that goes to Emily Grunholz. The Luther High School Faculty Ministry Scholarship, 2 awards for $350 each. The faculty could not decide who to give it to. We said let's split it up and give it to both of them this year. Alyssa Rogny, Emily Grunholz. The Paul and Diana Kramer Memorial Scholarships, 2 at $500 each. And a little West Salem connection here as well with Paul and Diana Kramer teaching at Christ West Salem, and that would be Isel and Hagedorn's grandparents and Isel and Gannon's grandparents for the scholarship that it was named after. All right, and this one, they also made it pretty easy to pick. They said, oh, the Robbie Scholarship is the top 2. Let's go with the 3rd and 4th people by class rank going to MLC, so you guys would also be the 3rd and 4th. And so you get that as well. All right. And the next one, St. Paul's Onalaska Saturday Morning Men's Bible Study Scholarship. All right, so the men attending Bible study at St. Paul's every Saturday morning, they throw in some money, and at the end of the year, they hope that it hits at least 500, and it did once again, and the winner of that is Emily Grunholz. All right, and the next one, the Neil and Cheryl Horman Ministerial Scholarship for $1,000. This is the first one of 3 that are given by Neil and Cheryl Horman. And they started this, I have in my notes, 6 years ago, and put a nice sum of money in the foundation, and it generates this year like over $4,000 in interest, and that is used for these next 3 awards. And they also recognize the value of having called workers, and they want to, they're giving one for $1,000 to Alyssa Rogny. All right, so that's the ministerial scholarships. All right, the next group of Foundation and Friends scholarships, we'll get a bunch more people up here now. And here we go, Isaiah Schwichtenberg, Caleb Peak, Luke Schmaling, Jacob Bruns, Lauren Larson, Landon Kohlmeyer, Caleb Peak, Sophie Botcher, Austin Ames, Kelly Martozzi, Molly Deem, Owen Boudin. That'll be about half of you for the rest of these awards. All right, I also kind of like a lot of these awards because the kids don't know they're getting them for the most part. There's a few that they do already. All right, so I said there were a couple more for the Horman scholarships, and the first one, the Neil and Cheryl Horman Business Scholarship for $1,000. And this one, they're looking for a student going into accounting or business, and that's also funny, as Neil and Cheryl were accountants, they did my taxes when I first started about 30 years ago. All right, and that's kind of cool that they're offering a scholarship for business, and that is for Isaiah Schwichtenberg, who is not here. We can clap for him. Isaiah is going to WLC for business. All right. Next, the Gerald and Marcella Meyer Horman Educational Need Fund. All right, this one had a lengthy application, or maybe not a lengthy application, but a bunch of things that the kids had to do. It's also worth $2,000. Tax records, community involvement, extracurricular activities, and writing an essay, how this would help them go to college. And had some good applicants for this, and this year the award goes to Caleb Peak. All right, and next, the Torger Henkel Memorial Engineering Scholarship for $2,000. All right, so the second one of the Henkel scholarships, and for this one, they're looking for someone going to mining engineering is what the Henkels really wanted, because that's what their son Torger was, 2015 grad of Luther, but they said they realized not everyone wants to go into mining engineering, so something engineering is okay. And Dr. Henkel was a dentist, and so we thought it would have a little medical in with this as well would be good. And so this person fits quite well, going into biomedical engineering to UW-Madison, Luke Schmeling. All right, the Time and Talent Scholarship for $1,000. And this one, the winner for this one, top-notch student, music of all kinds, sports, drama, chapel, and church music, just does everything, really uses his time and talents. Jacob Bruns. Cale Pierce Donovan Memorial Scholarship for $2,000. This one is $2,000, but $500 a year. Here's one of those where you have to submit that you're still going to college for your intended major, and then let me know every year, and then the Kunzes send in a check, and then that money gets made out to you. All right, so make sure you're following through with that one. So the Kunzes started this scholarship. Seniors, Mr. Kunz, who's done chapel here, big beard, a bunch of times. Grandson Calvin is a freshman, and they started this a few years back for their infant son, Cale, that passed away. All right, numerous applicants for this one, probably the most we've ever had. That's great. And the seniors this year, I think, have done a great job, maybe more than ever, of applying for lots of scholarships. And so the faculty scholarship committee read through a whole bunch of essays, and it was determined this year the winner is Lauren Larson. And Lauren's doing nursing at Viterbo. Next, a new one this year, the Gilbertson Family Military Scholarship for $100 just came in last week, and that recipient going to the U.S. Marines, Landon Kohlmeyer. The Fabian Betzinger Family Educational Scholarship for $500. All right, this person met the criteria perfectly, probably better than ever. Going to Bethany, involved in the arts, as in music and drama, a good student as well, and that is Caleb Peak. Okay. And good steward scholarships. All right, 3 $500 awards. All right, so the wise managers at Good Steward picked this one. I just have to ask them every year, hey, do we got some scholarships again? That would be great. And they say, we'll check. And they say, all right, yes, we'll do 3 of them for 500. And they have the great system there about logging in, so they track the hours. The students also put their hours down when they told me their volunteer work, and like 80 to 90 hours or so over high school of working at Good Steward. And those 3 winners would be Sophie Botcher, Austin Ames, and Kelly Martozzi. All right, Quick Trip Leadership Scholarships, 2 $500 awards. And the winners of these as well, boy, sometimes some tough decisions to make. The committee threw around lots of names, lots of possibilities. These applicants, music, drama, sports, student council, 185 volunteer hours, 251 volunteer hours. Great students to have in class as well. And the winners for these, Molly Dean and Owen Boudin. So now we're gonna get few different people up. A few of you can sit down, some of you have to stay up here. Jacob, Luke, you can sit. Landon, you can sit. And then coming up here to join this group, we need Aaron Bateman, Lauren Larson, Addison Hackbarth, Catherine Bremer, Maren Schibelhut, Tanner Bass, Letty Greeno, Brooke Gartner, Ethan Hackbarth, Connor Savor, Micah Huggett, Gabe Hilskamp, Cole Bryant, Emma Larson, Maddie Olson. All right, rest of you slide down. All right, up to the Gail Peterson Memorial Scholarships for English. So this year the foundation interest generated $2,150, and it was put out there to students to write an essay and submit it to the English department and to get some of this money. And after they got graded by the English department and ranked in order, and said, this is how much money you have, and so they don't all have to be the same amounts either. I mean, if you wrote a really good essay, just give them more. If the essay wasn't so good, a little less. But I don't even know. Students, I didn't even write down the amounts, so you have to check what your award is. But there's something in here for these 6 students. All right, and these 6 would be Aaron Bateman, Catherine Bremer, Lauren Larson, Maren Schibelhut, Addison Hackbarth, and Caleb Peak. All right, students, I bet you never wrote an essay before that you got at least a couple $100, maybe $600 there was the biggest award. Probably worth those hour or whatever you spent writing that essay. All right, and some of you have gotten a couple of those already, and hope you're happy you did those. All right. All right, next. Last group for the Foundation and Friends scholarships. And the last one, 17 awards right here. That's why there's so many of you up here. 17 awards. And this GRAF scholarships generated $6,900 this year. And that is divided up for 17 of you. So the qualifications for this, pretty vague, but a few things that they wanted when they set this up years ago was attend a 4-year school and have a GPA of 3.0 or better, and also be active in extracurricular activities. All right, and so that's going to be most of our students in the senior class, and that will qualify. And so the committee went through, and this is a nice one to have, that it's not specific into just like nursing or just engineering, that we can give it to any. And we also didn't want to eliminate some people who actually wrote a bunch of essays before. Even though they won something, it doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to win this. They tried hard for the other ones. So we think we have a really good balance of the 17 scholarships right here. And okay, so you guys, I put these in alphabetical order. All right, and what we'll do for this one, I'll announce your name. You take a step forward, they'll clap for you until all 17 are out. And then I'll pass them out alphabetically to you as you walk down this way and around. All right? That's a good idea. All right. Okay. All right. Sophie Boscher. Oh, sorry. Alphabetically. All right. Austin Ames. Out here. Tanner Bass. Okay, now I got to put them down. All right. So, all right. Aaron Bateman. Sophie Botcher, Catherine Bremer, Cole Bryant, Molly Dean, Brooke Gartner, Letty Greeno, Addison Hackbarth, Ethan Hackbarth, Gabe Hillscamp, not here, Micah Huggett, Emma Larson, Callie Martozzi, Madeline Olson, Connor Savor. All right, that concludes the Foundation and Friends scholarships. So, I should have had you come right here alphabetically. But, all right, alphabetically we do it, Tanner. All right, and then the rest of you can clear the stage if you don't have one of these to pick up. All right, Mr. Babindick next, athletic awards.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Babinnick, serving as athletic director, and it's my privilege to honor our top athletes over the course of 4 years here at Luther High School. The first one that we have listed there, the WA Scholar Athlete nominees. Actually, I'm going to have a number of kids come on up here right away. Could Hannah Motzke, Tanner Bass, Chance Ernst, Jacob Bruns, and Nathan Riley come on up here, please. All right, the first one listed there is the WIA Scholar Athlete nominees. Each school in the state of Wisconsin is able to nominate one male and one female who has earned a 3.5 or better. And actually, the standard does go to a 3.0, and then there's a 3.5 level. And that they have earned 4 varsity letters in WIA-sponsored sports. Those nominees then go on to a state level competition, and then 32 are selected in the state or from that level in the state level. Our 2 nominees this year were and are Hannah Motzke and Tanner Bass. You have them trained well, Mr. Lersch. Both of these have been honored previously. They were the Cooley Conference honors all 14, 2 from each of the 7 Cooley Conference schools at a banquet back in March, I believe is when we met. Yeah. So we do a banquet for them out at Drugan's. It's kind of cool to see the different kids from the different schools and there's so many things that these kids are involved in. It's really a cool thing. I do have one thing from them, or for them tonight, though, from the WIA that they have not yet received, and that is their WIA medal recognizing this effort. All right, the next award list. The next award I have today is the Eunice Beagle Memorial Scholarship for $100. Eunice Beagle was very involved in our cross-country program, a really great cross-country mom. She was also a pretty good cross-country or a softball mom as well. Eunice was taken home to heaven suddenly in an automobile accident, and this scholarship is in her memory. You can see the criteria there. It's primarily first for someone that's involved in cross-country. This year's selection is Chance Ernst. These next 3 awards that are listed there are kind of our top senior awards. The criteria are listed there, and I'll just make this note before, or as you're looking at these and seeing these. This is kind of our last year of kind of the asterisk, because this is the group that when they were freshmen lost their spring season due to COVID. So as they accrue letters and their awards through a course of their 4 years at Luther High School, this is a group, and our last group, that kind of lost that one season of participation. The first one I have listed there is the Mensana in Corpora Sano, translated sound mind and a sound body. Their criteria there, senior with a minimum of 4, again asterisk for this year, letters in competitive sports. Luther High School honors student who has demonstrated Christian principles. This year's selection, there were 5 that met the criteria that we have established for that. This year's winner of this award is Jacob Bruns. Jacob earned 3 letters all in track, and again, if we had a normal freshman year, he probably would have 4 in that level as well. In all 3 seasons of his participation, he earned either first, second, or honorable mention Cooley Conference honors in multiple events. He's advanced to the WIA sectional meet. He's been a member of 2 regional championship teams, and most recently won an individual regional championship, actually a team regional championship in an 800-meter relay, also in the 600-meter relay. Both teams, by the way, set school records as well. Tomorrow he'll be back on the track running sectionals and looking to advance that even further. He's outstanding in academics, as you've already seen tonight, and I'm sure you may see him more often up here yet. And also alluded to, he's an outstanding musician, and in all things, just a humble young man. Congratulations, Jacob. Our senior female athlete, there were 4 athletes that met the criteria, again, our asterisk criteria. And our winner that was selected for this award is Hannah Motzke. Hannah earned 9 letters in her career here at Luther High School, 2 in volleyball, 4 in basketball, 3 in softball. In volleyball, she was a first-team all-conference selection. She's been selected as a team captain and an MVP for her volleyball seasons. And on a wider range here, she was also recognized by the lacrosse community through a Tribune All-Area honorable mention. In basketball, she was a 3-time Cooley Conference selection, twice at the first-team level. Again, respected by her peers in being a team captain and a team MVP. Also by the community, being a Tribune All-Area honorable mention and second team in 2 different years. Hannah's also been selected to participate in the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches All-Star Game this summer. In softball, she's also an honorable mention all-conference player. She's a 2-time WIA regional champion. And after tomorrow, we look, and God willing, we'll add a 3rd to that, right? Also, WIA sectional championship and part of our team's first state appearance in the state tournament in Madison. Congratulations, Hannah. And our senior male athlete, of 7 athletes who met the criteria for this award, Nathan Riley. Nathan also earned 9 letters, 3 in basketball, 3 in football. We'll start with fall, then 3 in basketball, and then 3 in track. In football, Nathan was a 3-time all-conference selection. He was selected as the most valuable player in his senior year, and again, as a leadership end of things, team captain. Nathan was also recognized by the community with a Lacrosse Tribune All-Area honorable mention. In basketball, he was contributing member of teams that won Cooley Conference Championship, 3 WIAA Regional Championships, 2 WIAA Sectional Championships, and who would forget a 2023 WIAA State Championship. That's pretty cool. In track, Nathan's a multiple first, second honorable mention conference runner, jumper in multiple events. He was also part of those 2 relay teams with Jacob, setting those school records. Also an individual champion in long jump on Monday of this week. Also will be competing tomorrow to expand this list. Congratulations, Nathan.
All right, last stretch, home stretch. Lots of clapping. I should have asked some of you tonight, how many times would you clap tonight? So, quite a few. Thanks for all those claps for the students. All right, the last group, community scholarships awarded by Luther High School. So we are grateful for these community organizations that send us money and say, hey, we would like to award a student for this. On Luther High School, please pick the worthy candidate. And so I have 10 kids left. I have envelopes, folders, medals, a plaque, and in those envelopes there's like a total of $21,000 yet coming up here in these last few scholarships. So that will be given to these students. You 10, come on up. Owen Bodine, Lauren Larson, Maren Schibelhut, Kate Brimmer, Jacob Bruns, Justin Miller, Mackenzie Van Loon, Maren Schibelhut, Bryden Hunt, Miriam Larson. I think I got them all. All right, first one, the American Legion Americanism Awards. The Onalaska Legion is awesome to our school, and they pay for 4 students to go to Badger Boys and Badger Girls State every year at like $400 a piece. For juniors, and some of these kids did that and are going to get a scholarship because you went. And they used to award us 2 $500 awards, but last September got an email from the head of the scholarship committee and said, hey, we're going to give out $1,000 this year to 2 kids. And all right, that's great. And so you guys get the benefits of that. And so here it is, the Americanism Awards. And both of these attended Badger State last summer. Owen Woodine, Lauren Larson. All right, next, the American Red Cross scholarships. And right now, we think it's $750. Not sure how many people donated blood last week, and if that's the case, we'll get another 250. But the Red Cross does 2 to 3 blood drives every year, and if we get enough donors, then the Red Cross gives Luther High School back some money to give to deserving students. And this year, Pro-Life Nights puts that on, and this year, that 750 is divided up into some Pro-Life Nights officers. Maren Sibelhut, Kate Bremer, and Jacob Bruns. Thought I'd tell the parents too. There's no money in there yet. They're going to get an email link, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, with a form to fill out. And that's how you're going to get your money. All right, so there's another variable there in how that money is obtained. All right. Okay, next. Lacrosse Kiwanis Community Award for $300. This one is not a secret because Justin Miller already attended a banquet for this in early April. And the Kiwanis gives us this every year. And the big criteria is give it to a good kid. Give it to a good kid. Involved in a lot of things at school and home, and doesn't necessarily have to go to a certain school or anything. Give it to a deserving kid. Well, the faculty decided that Justin Miller is a good kid. He will volunteer for anything all the time, always willing to help, and gets really good grades as well. And Justin is going to start a plumbing apprentice program, like right after school's out. And that will be great. Justin, I just spent over $2,000 getting our well fixed last week. And so I'd love to give that money to you someday. All right, Justin Miller, and he gets a plaque for that. He got $300 for this in a Visa gift card back in April, but he didn't use it. He gave it to me so he could hand it out tonight. So now you get that. Western Technical College Foundation, given by the Hackbarth Family Endowed Scholarship for $550. And Western didn't give a huge stipulation, a student going to Western in the fall and taking at least 6 credits. We have about 10 students going to Western next year, and there were a couple that were really on top of their application and they knew what they were going for. and applied early, got accepted, talked to me about it in September and again in March, and it was an easy decision. Mackenzie Van Loon. All right, and Mackenzie is going to Western for the business management program there. All right, the Oktoberfest Gemütlichkeit Foundation Scholarship for $1,000. This one's not a secret either, because they need this in like the end of March. So we had to make a decision, and then they needed a senior picture of the person. So I had to spill the beans to get me that senior picture for this one. And Maren Schibelhut, now you get your money. And that's one of those where the check is right in it, made out to you even. All right. All right, next, the La Crosse Community Foundation gives us 2 scholarships, well, directly 2, and another one will be in the last part. The La Crosse Community Foundation, if you don't know anything about that, check out their website once. They have a lot of money, and they give out a lot of money to a lot of projects throughout the area. It's pretty massive things that they do there. And thankfully, they include Luther High School in their awards. And the first one is called the Borton Construction Scholarship, and they have $1,000 this year to a Luther student, and they would like construction or engineering type of a program. And this year, the award will go to someone going into engineering and physics, going to Platteville, Bryden Hunt. And the other one by the La Crosse Community Foundation is the VM Scholarship, $2,200. That's actually $1,100 each year. They have to reapply for the second year. And they also would like engineering or nursing. And we have a bunch of those candidates this year. And the winner this year, going into electrical engineering, South Dakota State, Jacob Bruns. All right, so the last 2, nothing to hand out because she either has them or will get them. And they would go to Miriam Larson. Miriam, take a step forward. All right. And these last 2, the La Crosse Tribune and La Crosse Community Foundation Extra Effort Award. And this one, it was like made public back in February. I think February 7th was the article in the La Crosse Tribune about Miriam. And the Extra Effort Award. And they give this out to 24 area schools every year, and they take a Sunday in the Tribune for all the different people in the area that have shown some great extra effort and perseverance. And maybe you seniors know this more than I, especially maybe Miriam's friends, but I knew about your type 2 diabetes back in biology. I knew that one. All right, but then like a year ago, thyroid disorder, relapse, Graves' disease, and then last July, celiac disease, and that was one rotten summer, it seems like, and I had no idea that was going on, and thankfully some faculty members did, and they said, hey, Miriam would be great for this. Oh, yes, she would. And this award started, like 10 years ago when I started this, it was $100 that people would get. And it grew to 1,000, and last year it was 3,000, and this year 3,000 again. And Miriam was at a banquet for that a couple weeks ago, and that's where she got her award. So congratulations, Miriam Larson. And the last one, the Herb Cole Foundation Initiative Scholarship. This is pretty fortunate. Did not know this would happen this year. We got one of these in 2019. It's supposed to be every 7 years. Mr. Punzel got an email back like in the winter and said, hey, Luther High School, we have one for you this year. Okay, all right, we'll take it. And do you have a deserving student for this? Well, it was about the same time we were deciding on the extra effort award. I said, oh yeah, we have a perfect student for this. Someone that has overcome adversity, great promise to succeed in college, and someone who does their very best in the classroom. And that one, again, to Miriam Larson, who will get $2,500 a year sent to Bethany Lutheran College. Okay, you guys can clear. Everyone. All right, so seniors, wow. You guys, I didn't have you as freshmen, but you guys now on to bigger and better things. Still remember sophomore year, September, October, November, coming into biology and, oh, who's spraying the desks? Grab the paper towel, wipe off the desk, spray and wipe, spray and wipe, spray and wipe off the desk, spread apart, spread apart, spread apart, as you guys, battled through that a couple years ago. And now here you are, ready to go off to college, the next phase of life. Seniors, Mrs. Apple has been asking the faculty for, give something advice to the seniors for the yearbook. Well, I didn't get around to that yet, but I got two things, seniors. Number one, next year, find the campus ministry at your college and go. Find it and go. You've been trained in God's Word for a long time. It's not time to stop that now. And no matter where you are, there's some great campus ministries out there. And find that and go, and then take someone else along too. All right? Number two, go to class. If you go to campus ministry and go to class, you're going to get all kinds of awards after college as well. I have some older kids, and Bennett is one of them, lived in a house with 8 guys, and 2 of them just graduated after 4 years. 6 of them didn't. Didn't go to class at all. All right, and no campus ministry for them either. All right, but Bennett and his roommate, yes, campus ministry. And so you guys do those things. Even you can make 8 o'clock class in college. You make 7:50 class at Luther for 4 years, and some of you have to drive a great distance. All right, you're just going to have to walk across the sidewalk. So go to class, all right, as well. All right, I'm done, Mr. Punzel. It's honor cord time.
I have the privilege of recognizing our senior students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.666 over the last 7 semesters. So seniors, when I call your name, come on up to receive your honor cord. Austin Ames. Gretchen Baldner. Gretchen, come on up, Gretchen. Tanner Bass. Yep, let's go. Aaron Bateman. Stay up, yeah, we'll get a group picture at the end. How about that? Okay. Sophie Botcher, Kate Bremer, Jacob Bruns, Cole Bryant, Owen Bedeen, Molly Dean, and Brooke Gartner. Letty Greeno, Emily Grunholtz, Addison Hackbarth, Ethan Hackbarth, and Gabe Holzkamp. Micah Huggett, Bryden Hunt, Emma Larson, Lauren Larson, and Miriam Larson. There you go. Congratulations. We got Maddie Olson, Callie Martzoe, Caleb Peak, and Allison Rogney. Connor Savor, Marin Schibelhut, Luke Schmaling, and Dylan Wagner. And Noel Yu. All right, let's give this group of seniors one final round of applause. Also, to recognize this year's salutatorian, Jacob Bruins. And this year's valedictorian, Luke Schmaling. Some closing thoughts. First of all, thank you parents and grandparents for the work that you do for raising these children that are behind me. Your work is greatly appreciated. Mr. Bowers, Mr. Adix, Mr. Larish, and Mr. Babinek, thank you for the work that you did here this evening, helping organize this event. Teachers here at Luther High School, thanks for the work that you do on a daily basis to help us carry out our mission of assisting parents in providing a Christ-centered education. For that, I am extremely thankful. With that in mind, let's close our evening with prayer. Heavenly Father, again, we are thankful for the young people that we get to serve here at Luther High School. We ask that you continue to bless them with peace, with patience, with wisdom and energy as they continue their next steps after high school. Be with them. Be with us as we travel home tonight. We ask this in your name. Amen. You are all welcome to join us for graduation this Sunday at 2 o'clock in our ACE gym. Doors will open at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Again, thanks for your time and enjoy the rest of your evening.
One final reminder, I have a whole bunch of printouts of all the awards that were given tonight, and I'd like them all to be gone